Hello and welcome to the B60 Top 4 show. Today we've got myself, Mike, and Manny joining the show. I think later on we might have Nick as well. But Manny, I thought I'd start with you, obviously. First Monday Night Football of the season. 3-2 win for Chelsea. What do you think of the game?
Yeah, obviously you can tell by my smile. You already know what's going on with Chelsea this season. Um, no. To be fair, we were the defense is still shaky, man. I think until we sign, I mean, obviously, to be fair, Lacazzette's sick, but I don't think it's enough. I can't lie. I mean, Sanchez is still looking shaky. I think Colwell was kind of at fault for one of the goals. Um, yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be one of them seasons for us where we're going to have to try and outscore the opposition. But just in terms of the game, I think we played well, especially for first game of the season away from home. New manager, obviously, a couple of new players in the starting lineup. Um, yeah, we played well. Obviously, Labia, Reece James in the middle, played amazing. Front three, looking sharp. Um, Yeah, man. I think a lot of Chelsea fans were a bit optimistic. Um, I thought we'd win the game, but um, the way the team's looking, like cohesive, is do you know what I mean? It's got me a bit excited. I don't want to talk about the league and nothing. You get me, but so it's looking good, man. Um, obviously, Rodgers, Cole Palmer, João Pedro. I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I don't think no defender's going to want to play against that front three this season. Um, It's probably one of the best front threes in the league right now. I think you should both admit that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, I think it's looking good for us.
You'll win the league or what?
Obviously, I don't know because Arsenal look too strong right now. I think we need to sign a goalkeeper. Um, I can't see us getting another centre back in this window, so I think it's just one of them. I'm just hoping Xabi Alonso's tactics or either the team just gels to the point where we kind of become more of a solid defensive unit. Maybe Leclerc can be the like anchor for that, but um, yeah, man, it is. I think even though we're still conceding goals, it's looking good. I mean, both of them goals could have been avoidable if we had a better keeper. I can't lie. I mean, for the first goal, Josh King, it's kind of in the middle of the goal. The shot is just Sanchez should be saving that, and then the second goal, I think, even though Colwell got caught underneath it, I feel like Sanchez, if he doesn't come out, there's probably a better chance of that. Well, I mean, it probably isn't a goal because the way he finished it kind of looped into the net. But yeah, man, we got the 3 points. That's all that mattered. I think it'll be a bigger challenge against Brighton on the weekend, but yeah, man, I was happy with the performance, man, even though we conceded to. We played well.
Yeah, I think based on the run of play, he probably deserved more than the one goal margin, to be fair. I think he played quite well. Um, Yeah, Cole Palmer
Yeah,
was quality, in all fairness to him. He looks like might be back to the Cole Palmer of old, maybe.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
New season.
Look, it's yeah,
Yeah,
look,
I
it's
think
gonna
I
be.
think him missing out on the World Cup is probably giving him a bit of motivation at the start of the
Yeah,
season.
had a
He's
rest in
on
it.
a bit. Uh, but yeah, I think you probably I mean, I know we'll come on to it later in the show about what business you need to do, but I think if there's an option to get a half decent goalkeeper in for Chelsea, I think that would go a long way. So I
We
think
should have, we should have. Well, gone.
no, carry on, carry on.
I'm just saying, innit? Like Trafford was there, available. He's a top keeper. We could have even went and got him, but obviously we'll save that for later in the show, innit?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Trafford's good, but I'm on about maybe more of an established name. I know you linked with Mike Maignan, the French keeper, aren't you? Last summer, I don't think he'd be too expensive a deal to do as well. For you to
Yeah,
try and bring him in. But there's a
yeah.
few keepers about. I think that there's that Carnesecchi as well. Atalanta. I think he's a top keeper. He's good age as well. I think he'd be a good signing also. Uh,
Yeah, even Diogo Costa from Porto.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know
I
what I mean?
think there's plenty of keepers out there. It's not like there's a shortage of those, like top keepers
Yeah,
out. So I think you can definitely get better than Sanchez. I know a lot of the managers seem to stick with him. Don't know
you
because
know do you know what it is about Sanchez? He's not a bad goalkeeper. Like if you tell him just save shots, he's a good shot stopper. But like when you're asking him to kind of play with his feet, though, that's where it starts to get techie, though. So yeah,
yeah, I think
uh,
some of his decision making as well and his positioning is off. Like you
yeah,
saw the first goal, his positioning, like I don't know how he's let that in, and then even the second one, like you said, he
uh,
doesn't need to come for it. I think he's just a bit erratic sometimes, isn't he?
yeah.
The
It
same
is.
things
It
though,
really
he came
is.
mushing out, Joe, when Anthony Robertson got played in over the top and then he put it wide and he probably should have scored.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
things
yeah.
like that are probably going to cost you points over the season. I know you were fine yesterday, but and you deserve to win, but I don't know, you don't want those
Uh,
tight in those tight games and error like that to cost you.
yeah, 100%. It
Um,
has cost us points in the past as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like a story being rewritten, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, even you, man, with Raya, like the amount of times he would have bailed you out making a top save.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, or
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, don't get me wrong, it was pretty comfortable, but like against Coventry, but he still made some good stops, right?
yeah,
Yeah, like I say, he's been consistent for the last 3, 4 seasons now, and he's got like was it like 3 golden gloves in a row. I know obviously it helps. We've got a good defense, but I still think we'd concede a lot more goals if it weren't for him. So
yeah, facts.
yeah, I'll move on to Arsenal quickly. Obviously first game of the season on the Friday. Beat Coventry 3-0. There's one player I want to talk about, and I think he's kind of gone under the radar with, the us being linked with Vinny and there was Morgan Rogers at the start of the summer, but I think there's obviously going to prove to be a quality piece of business. I watched quite a few of the games during pre-season, so I got to see him in the flesh, and he just looks top. Every time he gets the ball, he seems to make the right decision. He's actually got end product, usually makes the pass or gets a decent shot off, and then he's just relentless as well. Plays with real good intensity. So I think Zolis at 34 is going to be a top signing. It's a shame he didn't quite get a goal, but he deserved one. He was pretty close a couple of times, but probably could have got a couple more assists as well. But I think he was top. Erdegaard looks like he's back to his best as well, which is good. I was played well in the Community Shield, had a good World Cup. And then yeah, followed it up with another good performance. And I think Bruno Guimaraes, I think I knew it was going to be a good signing, but I think he's actually going to make such a massive difference to every player. I know we're talking about improving our attack and getting a marquee attacker in, but I think having him just frees up Erdegaard so much. And I think there's one player in the squad that probably other than Raya, we struggle to replace, and that's Declan Rice. So I think with Bruno Guimaraes in the team, obviously he's not quite the same player, but I think his kind of mentality, I just think it gives us like a decent option now in the 8 or the 6 if Rice is not injured. Because the midfield's looking stacked at the minute. Mendy obviously got on, but he was our starting 6 and one of our marquee signings last summer. It looks like he might be spending some time on the bench. Lewis Skelly's obviously playing well. We've got Mikel Merino. Eze was on the bench. We've got a lot of options in midfield. Let's not forget
Sponsor as well.
yeah, Konza
Sponsors
came in,
coming
got
as well.
unveiled. Yeah, again, I think I saw saw a few graphics online where our actual backup defenders, like starting back four backups, is more expensive than the actual starting four. I think Saliba and Gabriel were 27 each, and then Calafiori and Timber were 34. And I think we've got Mosquera at 13, and then Konza. What could rise to I think 55. They've got Ben White 50 million and then in Capia at 43. So pretty stacked midfield and defense. It's just moving forward. A lot of links with Julian Alvarez, and I'll probably save that for the end of the show. But it seems like to me he's twerking for Barcelona, so I'm not quite sure
Mhm.
if that's a deal we should do or not.
That's a
But yeah,
twerking.
I'll yeah, I'll move on to you, Mike. obviously a bit of a disappointing start to the season. What do you think of the game?
But yeah, a very, very bad start. It's always tough to go away against a promoter side because it's a bit, they're gassed for the game, aren't they? The fans are on it, the whole atmosphere, stadium's rocking for that first home game. So that was going to be tough, and we just didn't turn up. There's no athleticness from the players. There's fitness. Seems like people are like tired or lacking fitness at the minute. There's just no urgency in our play. They just wanted it more really. Was second to every ball. Obviously we've got new signings with Tielemans and Santos. Didn't play the best, especially Tielemans looking very, very sluggish. Um, yeah, it just seemed like we was all over the place to be honest. And obviously two set pieces goals, and yeah, the defense wasn't good enough. Maguire, Heaven, Sean. Obviously, we started another season with Luke Sean left back. Definitely needs to upgrade in that position. The right back was Mazraoui, sorry. Um, yeah, so it's just I think a few more signings in. Obviously, we've got Belieber in now, so he's definitely going to help that midfield in terms of energy and box to box directness. Obviously, mainly once he gets back up to speed in terms of fitness, I think it's going to be Belieber mainly going forward in the midfield. Tielemans, Fernandes can rotate. Obviously, get Mason Mount back. Obviously, there was no Ahmad, so not too concerned. Obviously, it's not ideal to start with an L, but in other seasons where we won the first game of the season, we've also not done the best. So in my eyes, when especially the transfer window, as soon as that transfer window closes, that's when the season really and truly starts. Because players' heads all over the place, and players don't know if they're going and leaving. The teams don't know, not fully set up and stuff like that. So I think it's 3 games you play before um, the transfer closes, 2 or 3 games or whatever. So that's when obviously season starts. You want to have at least 3 to 4 points on there, and then go from there really. So not overly. Obviously, performance was concerning, but obviously it's the first game in it. So like I said, players are coming in, and yeah, obviously with Carrick, we've tended to bounce back from last season anyway. When we obviously lose, so yeah, it's switch on the weekend. We just have to try to get a W then, and then always good again. And performance needs to be better, of course.
Yeah, I think I was looking at your back four, and I think you probably need a couple of additions. And I know obviously you mentioned left back Luke Shaw. You get a link with Balde from Barca. I think to be fair, I'm surprised he's available on the market. To be honest. I know he's had his problems with injuries, but I think he'd be a good signing. To be fair, I'm
Yeah,
not sure if defensively he's the best. I know he's a bit more of an attacking fullback, but I think if he's young, he's great age. I think he'd be a top signing if you can get him in. I think they're saying about 45 million euros, which isn't too expensive in the market we've had this summer, so it could be a good addition. But I think you probably need another centre back. Lissandro Martinez has looked pretty good when he's played, but I think he's had too many injury problems.
yeah,
Obviously, probably Delit. There's probably another one's probably good enough. I think Maguire. Yeah, I don't know if it's as best as beyond him now. Probably could maybe do with another centre back as well. But I think there's a bit of work to do with your defence. I know obviously I think your priority is to dress the midfield as someone. I think you've done that now with 3 additions, and then obviously last summer you revamped the attack. So that's probably probably the main areas I think Carrick probably needs to focus on in your rebuild. But um, what do you think stemmed the result? Do you reckon they were just like a bit casual, maybe a bit complacent, thinking they're a promoted team, or just think
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't?
All what you said, complacent, just casual. Obviously, thought they can just turn up and win because of the quality, and because obviously they're a championship team essentially. But like I say, playing away against the newly promoted side. Um, I mean, no games in Premier easy anyway, but that's especially for the first game for them coming back. It's not going to be easy, and yeah, to just went out fit. I think Carrick picked the wrong team in terms of um, I don't know. I don't really know where Cunha was playing. He played Dorgu left wing.
Bro,
Dorgu's off.
Doku, bro. That
Oh,
guy, bro. When Rashford came on, at least he was trying to do something, bro.
yeah. Do you know what I
Doku,
mean?
bro. That's what I was saying, talking. I don't know, bro.
He's,
I don't think he's
he's
a
playing
wing,
against
bro.
us. We played with 10 man in that first half, bro.
Bro,
That was
trust
the
me.
issue. Do you know what I mean? Like
Nah.
we got in decent positions, but we just couldn't get a shot away. Or obviously
Uh,
Fernandez didn't turn up. Attacking wise, Bremo didn't do much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just didn't think he picked the right side, or like I said, just complacency really. So, but obviously it's one game, and it's got 37 more games in Prem anyway to make up.
Yeah. Yeah, so just on that, Mike, what business do you think needs to get done? Ideally between now and the end of the window. I know financially it doesn't seem like the owners are willing to splash too much cash at United, but if you could pick maybe a priority signing.
I think left back if we can get loose Hall, probably not gonna happen now because they left it so late in the window, which I don't know why because he didn't go to the World Cup. Obviously, Newcastle still giving around to Gordon, Tonali. So obviously they're not going to want to sell loose Hall so late in the window. So I don't know why we left it late when they've known we needed a left back. Um, so I don't know what's going. Are we go? Are we going to go in the new season with Luke Shaw and Hami Amas, whatever his name is, at left back, or put Doggy back there where Carrot doesn't think he's a left back anyway. So pretty concerning. Obviously, you can get a Barca guy, Blade, whatever his name is. I think they're looking to get him on a loan with the option to buy, similar to what Barca did with us with Rashford, which that would be good because it give us an indication whether he's ready for the Prem. We could probably decide between signing him or Lewis Hall in the summer. So, but we need a left back definitely. We need a left back. Obviously, if Xerxes goes, I think we should get a striker. Linked with Mateta, I'm not too sure to be honest. I'd rather just keep Xerxes because the different profiles, him and Sesko. Mateta is very similar to Sesko, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really rate him that much if I'm honest with you. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think left back and striker definitely. Obviously, the centre back as well. But again, we've still got 5 senior centre backs, so I don't see them buying anyone this summer until next summer. So I think next summer we're probably going to improve our defence. But right now, we need a left back and striker.
Yeah. Obviously Nick, bit late joined the show
Yes,
this.
boy. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
good. It's all
I'm in
good.
hiding.
Zico.
I'm in hiding, man. That's come out of hiding. But it's dark in here, man.
Had to pluck up the courage to talk about Spurs, yeah.
I'm in a bat cave right now, man. I need to recoup.
Yeah. Obviously, 3-0 defeat to Brentford.
Nah.
I was a bit annoyed about the game as well because I put Coyote on my bench for FPL and he was in the team of the week with 13 points. So
Yeah.
You
playing
should
myself
know, bro.
there.
You should
But
know that team that we played yesterday. Yeah, that was last season's team. You should know that team's free eats, bro. If you see a team with like Richarlison up front, Gallagher at camp, just doesn't sound right, bro.
Are you
Yeah,
centre
you should.
backs?
Huh?
What about your centre backs?
Oh, bro. Van Heck, hey, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure, bro. Hey, he was looking suspect as hell. But like low key though, the midfield. So it was the main culprits were Bergval, Kinski, Richarlison up front. Tell's actually okay, but Van Heck didn't play well. Senesi played well. Robertson played well. Archie Gray looks suspect. So a lot of these men are either not our starters or these are the same man with blood in their hands from last season. So the fact that it's still these guys, that gives me a bit of confidence that when Fernandez came on, for example, he looked good. Tonali was pretty, he looked a bit leggy, but it's his debut, so I allow it. Bergval, terrible. Stinker hooked at half time. Bad. Same with Gallagher, stinker hooked at half time. Kinski basically just let one of the goals in, but Mike, he's liable to do that. So I'm not going to panic too much, like I say, because we've got what? I've seen a Twitter post before saying like we're gonna have like 8 players that are gonna go into that starting 11 from the team that was started. So like that's the whole team, and then you've got and then you've got man like Porro, World Cup winner, Van der Ven, our captain, also Savino Marmouche up front. So the majority of the team's gonna change, but I mean at the weekend, bro, no complaints at all. They're out footballed us, they outplayed us, and they out physical us. So everything was they were just better, bro. They just looked like they were in a different league to us.
Yeah, why do you think that was? Do you reckon it was a bit of complacency? I know Roberto De Zerbi had some comments afterwards saying that during pre-season he felt that the team weren't quite ready for the start of the season.
No, it wasn't complacency. It was just the majority of the players were dead players that we had last season. Just simple as that. That 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 performance and that result, it doesn't look out of place from last season. You get me? I'm sure we're getting slapped up like that last season. I'm sure Brighton beat us 4-0 or something like last season. This is the same old thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just asking the guys at the last part of the show. Obviously you spent quite a bit of money, looks like Savio, or now as he's now called.
Yeah, rebrand. I like that rebrand. It's a
Yeah,
good
bro.
rebrand.
I saw there's a guy
Yeah,
on
drop the
Inst
email, man. It's not
there's a
fair.
guy on Instagram called like Waladinho saying like, oh, his name's actually Savio. Like, why has he changed it to Savinho and all this shit? And the guy's claiming credit for why he's changed his name back now. But yeah, obviously looks like you might be getting Marmoush in on loan as well. I think with obligation to buy for about 50 million. Do you reckon you need to get any more business done after that, or do you reckon that's you done for the summer?
Yeah, enough. Yeah, we do. Because James Madison, apparently he's got a serious injury now. He came on at the weekend. I thought he landed on his shoulder. Apparently, he's going to be out for
Uh,
2-3 months.
yeah, no, I heard it's not too bad. I think it's only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think he's
2 weeks. So he's back after the international break.
yeah, I think he's got a
So
minor fracture in his shoulder or something. Apparently, it's only 2 weeks.
knowing him, there's made out of glass. You can't count on players like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we need somebody else. It looks like City also want Gakpo. So, but I'm seeing Rafael Leao available for 30 million.
Yeah,
You got to take a gamble on that. You
yeah.
got
I
to.
think yeah. Apparently, Villa have approached AC Milan, haven't they? To bring him in.
No, I don't know. But before we go, can I talk about the other teams, man, quickly?
Yeah,
I
who?
want to
Ready
say
up.
something about. I want to say something about Chelsea. Oi,
Hmm?
I watched them yesterday. I was moved, man.
Yeah, you
I
moved,
was
bro.
moved. You
Glad
know,
you
looked
moved,
good
bro.
yesterday.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's front three. Yeah, I don't even want to talk too much, bro. But yeah, it's looking
Bro,
good.
Man,
one
you're
game a
smiling
week as
tonight,
well.
bro.
Oi, I was moved.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying,
actually think.
bro.
Yeah, I actually think they'll be our closest title challengers this season. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think the
man,
one
like,
game. I think the one
us.
game week will help.
Yeah, go on, go on, go on.
No, no, I was just saying. I think the one game week will help for Chelsea.
Yeah.
So I'm probably
But
going to put
yeah.
them up there. I
the
don't
thing
think.
with Arsenal, though, you man look just look like a white, like well-oiled machine. You know what you remind? You know, like Bayern Munich back in the day. Like you just bare like efficient, bro. You're not doing anything too mad, but everything just looks like it's. You get what I mean? Everything just looks well connected, well joined up together.
Yeah,
So yeah, that human just look. Yeah, you look like a well-oiled machine. But Chelsea were looking fluid yesterday, boy. Oh my
They're
god,
looking,
they
yeah,
were
they're
playing
looking
silky
scary,
Cole
bro.
Palmer, Lord, oi,
Yeah,
man.
it's looking scary, bro.
Anyone
It's
but
looking
Arsenal.
scary.
So Manny, I'm with you, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's looking good, bro. Just wait for. Hopefully, we can shout more.
yeah.
Like,
I
you get
think.
me?
Yeah, in next week's show, I'm gonna give us a bit of time so we can see another game. So I think the Spurs result on Hull. I know Spurs didn't have a great season. United have had the odd dodgy result last season, but I think there might be a bit. They'll probably be outliers. I don't think it'll be like that every week.
Yeah,
I
no
expect
facts.
United to beat Ipswich next week. But
Now
I think
United, actually, Mike, I don't even talk too much. I can't say nothing. But
uh,
if we had a good result, I'd have been on time today.
yeah,
But
I'm gonna give you guys the grace of maybe another week, and then next week we'll do predictions. At least for the top five anyway. If it's not the 20 teams in the Prem. But yeah, money. Any more business for for Chelsea? Sorry, do you reckon?
Yeah, we need a new keeper. We need another centre back. Obviously, we're not going to get a centre back, but we need a centre back because all the centre backs we have are crap. So obviously, that's not going to happen. But we definitely need a new keeper because Sanchez just he'd be good as a backup, but he just isn't good enough as a starter. Like he'd be good coming in for like the odd like cut game or something. But I feel like do you know what it is? Like I feel like if we're to get like a top keeper, I think that's when you start scaring the opposition as well. Like because other teams will be looking like, oh, they've gone and got him. Like now they're serious. You get me? So I don't know. I think that's us done for the window unless we sell Enzo to City. It looks like he's probably going to leave. We may have to bring in another midfielder to replace him, but
Low key,
um,
yo, I think if Lavia stays fit, my man never stays fit. But if Reece James and Caicedo as a midfield too, and then Lavia off the bench, I think
we
that's
got
a good
Barco as
it's a
well.
good balance.
The only thing I'd
Yeah, we
say with
got
that is though, Lavia can't stay fit.
can't stay
You
fit.
Who
can't go
else
in
will be
with like
there?
just
Who
Reece
is the
James and
fourth?
Caicedo. I think if Enzo
Yeah, yeah.
goes, they've got to bring in like another one. I know they bid for Alex Scott early in the window, and Bournemouth
I,
might
yeah.
sell him, but I think if you bid like 80, 85 million, they might take it at the end of the window. I don't know if they'll sell him now, being it this late, but I think it's worth a pot. Even Adam Morton as well. I think if you put the right money on the table, I think he'll go.
Palace said it's not available
I
this
know,
summer.
but
They tried him. They
if a
tried.
team bids puts a mad offer of like 100 million in, I think they'll probably take it. I think every
100 mil
player
for
has their
Adam
price.
Wharton. Bro, that's
Yeah, but
money,
bro, it's
though.
the market, bro. If
Bro,
Anderson's going for
I'll do that. That's not
116,
crazy
bro,
to me,
I
bro.
can't lie. I rate Adam Morton. I think
Yeah,
he's
bro,
just as
I'll
good as
do that as
Elliot
well.
Anderson and all these guys.
Oh, come on, bro. What are we talking about, bro? 100 million for
Bro,
Adam
it's not
Wharton.
your money, money, bro. Spend
Bro,
that shit.
Nah, but I get
Like
Joe,
younger
it's
man
the
says,
market,
spend
bro.
that shit. It's not our money,
what's
bro.
the bro, the market, bro. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Are we shopping at Waitrose? Bro,
Brother, you pay
set
120 for Enzo. You started this.
Bro, I know they paid 125 for fucking Rogers, bro. 117 for Rogers. These men have
nah,
done it
nah,
worth
Yeah,
more.
that's facts, bro.
Oh, wait,
You inflated the
they paid
market
100.
yourselves.
They paid 100 for Mudrik, bro.
nah, nah,
Don't
nah,
forget
nah.
that. They paid 100 for
Yeah,
Mudrik.
Nah,
exactly,
nah.
bro. Come on,
Come on,
bro.
it's City that ruined the market, low key. 100
Yeah,
million.
yeah. You've
It was City, bro.
contributed,
Come on,
bro. You've
City started it,
contributed
bro.
heavy.
Trust me, it was City that started it, bro. Let's just follow it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, bro. I
yeah.
think this summer window, bro, it's a young Miami summer, bro. You got to spend that shit,
Yeah, I
bro.
got to
You got to
spend
put the
that.
money up, bro.
And you're not
There's
spending
no
much.
deals in this market no more.
Trust me, guys.
Yeah, I
Like,
think one signing that went under the radar that, to be fair, I think even Chelsea would have been a good sign for them. That Osman Diamond who's gone to Nottingham Forest and Sporting Lisbon. I think it was like 40 million euros. I was like 35 million. He's like 22. I mean, he's a
no,
top.
centre back.
Yeah, he's got all the physical attributes. He's quick, tall, strong. He's good on the ball. I think he'd be a top sign. I think Forest have got a good set of centre backs now.
The
Milenkovic,
Prem's too
Muriel.
annoying. There's too many good teams, bro. Everybody's got good players. It's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, that's what
jarring.
I mean. But
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
Back in the
he's
day,
under
but
the
you used to see
radar.
certain games in the fixture list. You're like, that's 4-5-0, easy win. Not
yeah,
anymore,
trust
bro.
me.
Never that.
No hard games now, man. No hiding.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
up like probably which is one going to be one of the most controversial sagas of summer. And Julian Alvarez, obviously, he's made it clear he wants to leave Atletico and go to Barca. Apparently, Arsenal have agreed a deal in principle with Atletico if Alvarez opens the door. I think he is still waiting for Barca though, from what I've heard in like the recent reports. If you're Arsenal, I'll put it to you guys, would you sign Alvarez knowing that he's made it clear his preference to Barca?
Nah, no way. Man's
Nah,
literally
nah, you
paid
can't.
the
No,
fee.
you can't act like the sideman now. You must be looking at Barca and be like, you should be looking at Barca and say, yo, we're on your level. You get me? You can't be second option to them.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
begging Barca signing, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
And
trust
I
me.
think for me,
he's
like, don't get me
holding
wrong.
that shirt, Arsenal shirt. See, yeah, I'm happy on Joy. He's not. He knows he's
Yeah,
trying.
It doesn't
bro,
mean it deep
he's
down,
gonna have
bro. I
that look on
know.
his face he had on the weekend, bro. Did you see him, bro, when he was walking on the pitch and that, bro? He looked like his
Uh,
mum had just died or something. He looked depressed, bro.
Yeah,
It's quite dark to see him get booed, but I guess it's his own fault. When you
it's
try.
not even that, mate. Like you can't sign a player that moves the way he does. Like, bro, he signed a like what was it, 5 6 year contract, 2 years into his contract. Man's sulking wanting to go. Like, do you
Yeah,
know what I
the
mean? That
crazy
could be
thing
you,
was
mate.
he was unhappy at City. He forced us out there because he was on the bench to Haaland, and now he's the star man at Atletico. He's basically been given their attack, and now 2 years later he wants to go to Barca. I think. To be honest, I
And
think
they're
even if we
starting.
signed him, I wouldn't be surprised if in next summer he comes out and says he wants to go to Barca again, and it's just like a
Bro, they're
that's
setting
it.
about, yeah. Those South Americans, when they hear Barca or Madrid,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's done.
Trust me.
something
Yes,
happens to them in their
done.
brain,
Yeah,
bro.
it's the thing with the Vinny or Summer as well. It's a pinnacle for those South American players. So
Bro,
you're never
even
really gonna be
my
able to
man,
compete with him.
was it like Enzo Fernandez just randomly said, I want to go Real Madrid. Real Madrid
yeah,
released a
fuck.
statement saying we don't want him, bro. Like, just chill. Yeah, bro. Man created a transfer
Trust me.
rumors himself, bro. What the heck? Like, them
Yeah,
South
I
Americans
know.
just love Real and Barca too much.
I think the window ends, I think on the 1st of September. There's even rumors of Chelsea getting involved in the Eddie Anderson, the Julian Alvarez thing. Apparently, they're talking about a straight swap with Enzo and him. I don't know how that'd work.
They don't need Chelsea are good,
Yeah.
man.
I'm
Like,
not sure
Chelsea
No,
are
what
we don't
good.
need
plans
that.
are
You have
injured
Messi,
on
you have Pedro.
Fernandez.
But Danny Welbeck, man. And that guy
Yeah,
Wells.
Yeah, yeah, that guy was
João
though.
Pedro and Julian Alvarez is not that big of a difference.
but I think we'll have to see how it plays out. Obviously, window ending next week. And with that, I'll end this week's show. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We'll catch you again next week.